Happy Tarot Tuesday. Happy July. How y'all doing? Okay, so I'm gonna do a kind of like a story type read, story time. This could be your story, it might not be your story. Okay, there has to be a beginning, middle, and ends in every story. So we're gonna enjoy this. Okay, we're gonna enjoy this one. Okay, I hope everybody is doing well. Everybody's enjoying their Tuesday so far. My Tuesday is it's pretty, I can't complain. Okay. Stevie Wonder got me right today. Stevie Wonder always gets me right. Put on some Stevie Wonder, put on some Michael Jackson, like old school Michael Jackson or Jackson 5, and I'm good. I'm happy. Okay. So, um, that old Motown goodness, that good sound, real instruments, okay? No auto tune. Gets me right. So, anyway, let's go ahead and tap in. So I want to make sure that my sound is cool. I want to make sure that the cards, you can see everything okay. Yeah, okay. I can hear myself pretty good. I can hear myself. Yay, yay. Okay. Um yeah, so let's scooch on over. Do 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 do. Just a little bit. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay. Maybe. There we go. Just pull it up a little bit, huh? Just a little. Okay. Yesterday was like perfect, but today I can't get it that way. So, for me, it's all about the angles. So, how's everybody doing today? I don't know if y'all at work, y'all at school, y'all resting, y'all chilling off YouTube. People do have lives outside of YouTube, right? I hope. Um, I cannot get this how I want to, y'all. I'm very particular, very, very particular about these things. Um, I don't. I like. There we go. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully, goodness. I'm so particular about my table. I can't start my lives without making sure it's like price still doesn't look right. In my head, it does. Hopefully, you guys can see the cards. That's the whole point. The whole point is just to see the cards. So, all right. So let's see what is the energy surrounding Tuesday. Tuesday, or whenever you watch this, if this is your story. I call this month is going to be dedicated to getting free, liberating ourselves, breaking breakthroughs, all of that good stuff. Um, Cancer energy, and well, Cancer and July, or Cancer and July, Cancer and Leo both share July, but during Cancer season, I really feel it's dedicated to the heart. Okay, definitely the heart chakra. A lot of clearing in that area, in that sense. So take your time and you know focus on the matters of the heart. I had a little moment earlier where I was like clearing. Um, emotionally clearing, like with tears, and not because I was sad, but I don't know how to explain the energy, but I felt, I guess, a lot of loving energy and the need to appreciate the people in my life a little bit more than I do. I feel like we all could do better with that. Just letting people know that you love them, that you care about them, that you appreciate them. You never know how that could make somebody's day, or just, be that word or that gesture that helps somebody, get through their tough moment or time, or if they don't feel appreciated. You just never know. Like, a lot of people, if you really listen to people, you'll just you'll hear how we're all human, how we all go through things, and times where we don't feel appreciated, we don't feel seen sometimes. And I feel like just small gestures go a long way, really, with people. It really does. Just to say, some token of gratitude, or speaking gratitude, and appreciation to someone and love to them, goes a long way. You know, we always focus on, you know, the things, or I shouldn't say we always, but oftentimes, like, people think about the things and the people that don't care about them, that don't mean them well, or won't give them love or appreciation, and then they overlook the people that do in their lives every day. You have, it's somebody that cares about you. Shit, even if that person is your mama, at least somebody care about your ass, okay? All right, let's tap in. Enough talking. Thank you, Spirit. See, there's a method to my shuffling. I be like, I shuffle for a reason. It might take me 5 minutes, but hey, once it comes out, it comes out. This is an interesting story. You have whoops. Whoop, there it is. Somebody spilled some milk. Wilderness, guardian, and death. Now do not freak out off of that last card right there, because I got a message for you. I got a message for you. I'm going to pull from the Biblical Tarot to get more of a story. Use my Bible characters to give me a little bit of a message. Thank you, Holy Spirit, Source God, our divine ancestors, our divine spiritual team, guides, angels, thank you. Our higher selves, thank you for the guidance and wisdom for this collective. The Death card in 2 different decks. Interesting. I like this. 8 of Grains, which is the 8 of Pentacles with the Craftsman, the High Priestess with Mary Magdalene, and the 6 of Grains with Widow's Generosity. 6 of Grains is the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. There's going to be something centered around a Leo moon. I want to say could be someone literally is a Leo moon in their chart, but I'm getting a full moon in Leo. When is that? Let's see. Because look at this. This guardian. Some of you guys, you were, one of your deities maybe that you work with is Sekhmet. Okay. Maybe somebody's name could be Jah. Or you guys could be Rastafarian. Or you guys claim the Lion of Judah. Let's see. I want to see if there's a Leo full moon soon. Let's see. Not Lululemon. Like, come on, Google. Like, you getting on my goddamn nerves. It's these nails. It's kind of hard to type with nails. I don't know how Cardi B does it with them long ass nails. Okay, so we had one in January. So let's see what full moon falls in Leo season. Maybe that will help. Let's see. So I can know. It's not necessarily, I mean, I guess it could be a new moon too in Leo, but this is a full moon. So we're going to be very specific. Let's see. Full moon in July 2024. I think we had one already. Nope, we have another one on the 21st. So July 21st, we have a full moon. And then let's see which one, because that is Leo season. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. We could say a new moon in Leo, but I'm getting more so like full moon energy during the time of Leo season, if not a full moon. There's something significant with that. Some of you guys, something could be corrected during this period, or you're correcting a lot of, it's like you're cleaning. This is a clear house, cleaning house. Thank you, Spirit. Cleaning house energy. Okay, clearing house. And then look, there's a moon back here. It kind of looks like a blood moon too. When did we have those eclipses, y'all? I don't remember when we had those eclipses. But there's something about clearing house, cleaning up. during this full moon that's coming in Leo season, so the next one that I pick up, so it could be whenever you watch it, it's this timeless. Okay, this is timeless. Maybe specifically it will be during a Leo full moon, but as I'm recording this, I feel like it's going to fall in Leo season. So, full moon July 21st, 2024. This energy could hit for you guys. There's some type of major transformation. If you guys are into doing that magic, doing that work, because you got Mary Magdalene here, it looks like she's doing some work here, some spiritual work, okay? And then she got the Scully Skulls, okay? You have this death card here with the candle. You also have the death card in this biblical tarot deck. So I'm getting like a major ending and transformation of self. Now, some of you guys, if you work with skulls, it can mean something different. For me, when I see skulls, and if you do spiritual work around it, like a spiritual death could be psychologically, could be like anything dealing with the mind, right? If I'm working on with skulls and shit like that, maybe even identity, false identities, putting those to rest. You could work with skulls or something with that. Hey sis, how are you, MB? Happy Tuesday. How you doing, sis? You doing candle work? Set intentions around endings and closures. Specifically, there might be something that you have in mind, but this is a powerful closure energy. What sign is this moon going to be in? I need to know. I need to do my astrology research real quick. Then you have the fourth horseman with the death card here. So it's almost like an inevitable transformation and end that has to take place, that needs to happen. You have the skills and the tools. For some of you, you've been working diligently. I picked this up yesterday when I did that reading. I was getting like going in depth with going into real in depth with your spiritual work at this time, like very precise, hands on. So it's a buck. It says buck full moon. And this one's going to be in Capricorn. I think the last one was in Capricorn too, was it not? I think it was. So if so, yeah, if it is in Capricorn, Capricorn energy is a heavy hitter because it is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn don't play. Saturn deals with karmic energy, okay, as well. Saturn is like that. You work with, if you think of Saturn, you think of the god of time, right? At least for me, the god of time. So if you're going to do spiritual work around endings and closure, you might be closing out timelines. So like, let's say your 13-year-old self to your 16-year-old self, the trauma around that, or the identities that you pick up from that time that don't really resonate with you, never truly represented who you were, might have been due to trauma, might have been due to, just trying to find yourself. Let's say your 19-year-old self to your 25-year-old self, where you made a lot of mistakes, or you feel like you made a lot of mistakes. You were still trying to find yourself even then. The types of things or the people that you once resonated with and all of that. You're going back into certain timelines, or you can, if you want to write this down, if this resonates with you, go back into these timelines and close these cycles out. Make peace with them. Close them out with love. Take the lessons, take the wisdom. Don't criticize yourself nor the people involved, but what did you learn from those experiences, and close those timelines out. Okay? Some of you guys, you're going to work with somebody spiritually. I'm getting I shouldn't say somebody, let's say something. Could be a divine guardian of yours. Could be an ancestor, could be a passed over loved one, could be, like I said, a deity like Sekhmet or something. I know Sekhmet, her energy is very, very, very powerful. A lot of the goddesses' energies are very, very powerful. They don't play. and they have this protector vibe around them, but they don't play about their children or people that work with them. Some of you guys may resonate with the Mary Magdalene energy, that high priestess energy, that student and teacher energy. So some of you guys may do some ancestral work. Some of you guys might want to work on your ancestor altar spaces if you have one. Um, you don't need to like have anything too fancy, snazzy. I feel like it's about the effort, it's about the intention. Like I said, that energy of appreciation and showing gratitude goes a long way. With the Six of Pentacles, the widow's generosity. I'm gonna read the scripture on here. It says, calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all of the others. So like, metaphorically speaking, this sounds like some collection plate shit. Pass the collection plate. Ain't none of y'all put nothing in the collection plate, that shaming. No, I'm not getting that type of energy. Like your ancestors, your divine team is not like that. Um, the most sacred thing that you can give your ancestors, because some of us, yeah, we probably got some bougie ancestors. Some of the deities that some people work with be like, no, I only want the best of the best. Don't put that bitch next to me. I don't want to, this is my space, this is my altar. Don't put nothing else down. You better clean these flowers up. That's kind of the vibe that I get sometimes with some people's ancestors. But some of them is just showing them gratitude, showing them appreciation, that you even acknowledge them. Tears, one of the most sacred things that you can give to your head or your ancestors is your tears, is your gratitude, is your love, is your reverencing them or even acknowledging them, just having their picture up. It makes me think of Coco, that movie. I love that movie. That's one of my favorite Disney movies, is Coco. And how basically in the spirit realm, if none of the ancestors in that realm, if none of their people on the other side live on the land of the living, as they called it, didn't show them any type of, because they have like altar spaces, right? So in Mexico, they call it the Day of the Dead, where they celebrate, they have a celebration for all of their ancestors. They have an altar set up for, all of their people. And one of the ancestors was about to be forgotten. And their picture, if you keep their picture, that means you remember them. But when people stop doing it, whether they passed on, they don't pass the tradition on to their children, and they get old and then they pass on and they stop remembering their parents or their grandparents or whatever, right? They disappear. They kind of just kind of go into, they just fade. And on the other side, Miguel was able to slip through the spirit realm, cloak himself, and get in with his ancestors. And he was under the impression that this musician was his grandfather. And his grandfather was about to be forgotten because they were showing reverence to the wrong man. That wasn't his grandfather. So later he figured it out. Long story short, they were able to put him on the altar before it was too late, before he disappeared, the grandfather. So I'm kind of getting an energy like that. Like your people, like it's really just showing them appreciation and acknowledging them. And even the ones that you don't remember. That's why I feel like it's so important when we mention our ancestors, that we say thank you to the ones that we do remember and know, but also the ones that we don't know, in this lifetime, that we've never met, or we may not even know their names because they predate those family members that passed on those traditions, that told us, our ancestors' names. And, this is grandmother's, grandpa so-and-so, and uncle, auntie so-and-so. Show them love too. Remember them. Keep them alive. And they are alive through you. They're alive through your other family members living, So that's something I feel like that's coming up as well. I want to read the meaning of this card because I keep staring at it. Some of you guys are going through like a tough time right now, but I feel like what's happening is you're passing through a period, a chapter, a cycle that is a part of your journey. And then it's like when you get to this pivotal point of closure. It's very powerful to close out all previous timelines that you no longer exist and dwell in, that aspect of yourself that you no longer resonate with, you graduated past. Say, something loving to him or her, that former self of yours. Keep the parts of yourself alive that are core truths and resonance and beautiful pieces of yourself. The parts of yourself that you need to forgive, let them lay to rest peacefully. Okay, you don't have to demonize the parts of yourself that you do not like, parts of yourself that you took on, maybe to protect yourself, to fit in, to be loved, to whatever. Show love and let it rest peacefully. Let it go. Close it out. Let me read the meaning of a few of these cards because I'm curious. So let's see. I want to read the Guardian card and the Death card just to get a little more. I'll read the Guardian first. So it says, one who protects or guides, possibly from afar, a safety net, a guardrail, the angel on one's shoulder. Okay, so you do have someone or something on the other side that watches over you. It's very powerful. Like I said, this could be something with your faith. It could be a deity that you work with, or someone that could be a Leo too, because I'm getting strong Leo energy from this. Death card, it says a definite end, an irreversible loss, passing from one phase to another, a generational shift. God damn. Wow. That part, a generational shift, a guiding light lost, a natural end, a reckoning with morality, realizing what's really important, perhaps too late, winter, one who triggers an ending. That generational part, that stood out because we were just talking about the ancestors. So yes, I feel like your ancestors are very pivotal to this energy. And you have the key at the bottom of the deck. It's at the top. You have knowledge. Wow. You have the key and the knowledge and the skills that you need. Going back to Mary Magdalene, you do as the high priestess. I feel like you guys are very powerful. Very powerful. The most powerful magic, in my opinion, is like when you're tapped into your own sacred practice. You don't follow or model after the, like, it has to be this. Like, yeah, you can go by the books and, oh, this is what you should do and this is how you should do it and you should work with this and this and that and this color and at this time of day and all that shit. No, it's most potent and powerful, I feel like, when you're tapped in. And like I was saying in the last reading that I did yesterday, the Get Free reading, that magician energy comes to mind where he's utilizing all four elements. He's using the air, which is the swords. Air could be our mind, our verbal, our affirmations, our declarations, our decrees. The cups represent the emotions, which is invoking that emotion and feeling when you're doing your work, what it is that you wish to accomplish. How do you feel, or what is it that you want to feel? What are you manifesting, being in the energy of it? Neville Goddard, I have to mention him. Like, I love Neville Goddard. He has a book, or I think it's like a segment called Feeling to the End or something, or Seeing It to the End or something like that. So like with certain visualizations and manifestations, you see the result, you see the outcome. And then the pentacle representing the earth, that is the physical object. So like when you use candles, or when you use, let's say, I don't know, dolls. I don't know, I'm just using this as an example. Or when you use a paper and pen to write or to manifest, right? You're using a physical object. And then the fire, not last but not least, the wands. The fire represent the intention and the will, the action, the passion, the intent, your creative energy, force. So when you combine all of those things together, that's powerful manifestation. So I feel like you already know how to go about this, or you're going to be heavily assisted. And I don't know why this message keeps coming up, because like yesterday I was getting this like spiritual work, and like, and I guess it's because, you know, whoever this is meant for, those of you that resonate with this is, you do your own spiritual work. Like, you're more of a hands-on person, you know. Maybe you do prayers and stuff like that, but I feel like that's part of the motion. And even when you're praying, you still have to tap into the feeling or emotion that it is done, that it is moving, it is happening, it is in motion. So you still have to tap into those four elements regardless of what you're doing. Just as if you're like, okay, I'm going to journal and petition my wishes and my prayers or my manifestations. You still have to write it out, meaning that is the air element. That is you speaking and decreeing. As you're writing something, you're putting it on, plain on something. You're writing, words are spells, right? So whether you're speaking them out of your own mouth or you're writing them down, same thing. The object, the physical, the earth thing is the pen and the paper, that physical object. The emotions, what are you pouring into as you're writing? What is your feelings, your emotions? What is the energy you're invoking? All four elements still go into that, regardless of however you do it. It still plays a role. Um, let's see what else is at the bottom of the deck. You have the Hermit with John the Baptist. Top of the deck, you have the Eight of Chalices with the Ascension of Jesus. So, interesting, because we're going to just go off of like stories, not like, oh, this is historical and this is, no. John the Baptist was Jesus's cousin. John the Baptist actually baptized Jesus in the River of Jordan, if I'm not mistaken. So his initiation, him being the dove representing the Holy Spirit that was present during his baptism all the way to his ascension, going up into the heavens. So this is like a process. Like, if you think about this, not from a physical standpoint and like, oh, this man went to the river and he got baptized and then he got nailed to the cross and then he rose in 3 days. Like, if we look at it not like literal but spiritual, this is talking about that passage, that wilderness that you have to go through. We all go through it, period. Like, we all go through a season of change. We all go through a season of spiritual death where we get initiated into something where we come into this awareness that I need to change this about myself. I need to cleanse myself. I need to purge, whether it's you cleanse your body of toxins, or that's a start, or you start cutting things out of your life or people out of your life, separating yourself from things that you don't resonate with anymore. And that starts the initiation. And then when you do that, you feel strange. You feel like you're in the wilderness. Like, where the fuck am I? Where am I going? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Because you've cut off the things that you once identified with, the people that you once identified with, the aspects of yourself that you used to be comfortable with, the ways of doing things, eating, drinking, whatever. And when you strip yourself of those familiar things, even if they're not healthy for you, you still feel like, what the fuck? Where am I at? What am I doing? Like, you know, you go through that wilderness. You feel like you're not yourself anymore. And it's because you're not that self anymore. And then that ascension process happens where you rise above that self that you once were. So that ascension happens throughout our life. You know, when we go through that. Some people don't go through that door because they never go through the process of even baptizing themselves. I mean, like, I'm not saying like literally, but going through that process of purification. People don't allow themselves to do that sometimes. Not everyone goes through that. But once you do, anyone that's ever been through an ascension process, you know that shit is not fun. You know, you get that, you know, that call to action to be like, okay, I'm going to change X, Y, and Z. Or once you make that declaration that it's time to change within yourself, or your spirit knows that it's time, certain things start shifting around you. Things start ending and closing out around you, whether you initiate it or it seems like things or people are leaving your life, things are closing out, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And you're in that wilderness. You're just like, you're lost, like, you know, sweaty with no drawers, running around in the wilderness. Like, what am I doing? It's till you get to that place where you get out of the dark aspect and the shadow aspect of everything, is when you get that, you rise and you see things differently, you see things more clearly. Everything starts to make sense that didn't make sense to you. You understand why you had to pass through that, right? Death is something that is inevitable, whether it's our physical body's death or whether it's a death.
Goddamn $5 for him. Yeah.
Living situation, it's inevitable that endings happen, but there's always a beginning that comes out of that. But this feels like, to me, you're like, I'm getting a handle on this. Like, I see that this is necessary. So I'm going to do diligently let go of all of those things. I'm going to do a it's kind of like, yeah, like a ceremony, like closure, if you will, with different parts of yourself or your journey, and laying them to rest, like having a proper burial for them, if you will, rather than just being like, oh, whatever, that's in the past, fuck it, whatever. Oh, I don't resonate with that person anymore. I shouldn't have been like that. Oh, I'm so ashamed. Instead of being like that, it's a lovingly laying to rest of these old energies and timelines. Because if you're doing this on a full moon, this full moon specifically that I'm talking about, July 21st, 2024, that is a full moon in Capricorn, Saturn energy. Because there will be closure, child. It's going to be a closure. Okay. That's one thing for sure. And I feel like a massive one. A massive one. You got this. You got this with the Eight of Pentacles. This ain't nothing that you ain't, new to. Maybe the method and the way that you're going about it is a little different, but you're not new to putting in that work, okay, to better yourself. So the Eight of Grains, or the Eight of Pentacles, the scripture on it says, I don't know who these men are, but anyway, it says, and every skilled person to whom the Lord has given skill and ability to know how to carry out all of the work of constructing the sanctuary, or to do the work just as the Lord has commanded. That sanctuary is you. You are the sanctuary. You are the temple. You are that. So you're skilled in this. You got this. You have the skills and the abilities to carry this work out. And it says the Lord has commanded. So that means Lord could be your Lord, or it could be your higher self, as your soul, as your higher self is commanded and worked through you to do. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I should have got my Magic Spiritual Oracle. I think I am. Let me go get that deck real quick. If I can get my little, my bouquet on out of here. Let me grab that real quick. Okay. Some told me, ouch, my booty. I hit my booty. Okay. That hurt. I'm going to use this deck. Someone told me I should have got it out earlier before I even started this live, but that's what happens when you don't listen to yourself. Then you got to interrupt the reading and shake the table, booty bumping all into shit. All right, let's see. I'm going to use this guidebook because it's very helpful. So I don't like to leave that out, ever. All right, let's see. What other messages do you have for this collective on this fine day of Tuesday, or whenever they're watching it, Divine Source? Or thank you. All right. You have time, space, time, and self. Sorry, space, time, and self. The quote says, trust in the places you feel guided towards. And then the key words are infinity, reincarnation, and 5D. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have number 8 with magic. I am not underestimating my own magic anymore. Power, beginnings, and transformations, most definitely. That's what type of shit we on, okay? Top of the deck is Flower Child. And let me see, sorry, let me let that truck pass. Okay. On this book, it says, I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. The keywords are momentum, creativity, and action. I just love these cards. These are my babies, okay? All right, so let's read the Space, Time, and Self card, which is number 24. All right, well, I keep wanting to say time first. Space, time, and self. Keywords: infinity, reincarnation, 5D, evolution, and the divine. The affirmation is, I trust and remember my soul's mission. I trust and remember my soul's mission. I trust and remember my soul's mission. Okay. Higher self, intuition, quantum realm. You are a soul here to embark on a human journey. You chose this mission to experience, enjoy, overcome, and evolve into your highest, most authentic self. You are influenced by space, the atom, time, the hourglass, free will, the human, and spirit, the third eye, butterfly. This is a transcendence of your soul and a healing for this collective consciousness. We are evolving alongside spirit and the universe. There is an overarching purpose, the rainbow, to what we do, who we are, and where we go. Deep down, we feel its call and that we have been here before. We sense that there is something else above and beyond all of this. Notice how the eyes in the artwork lovingly and confidently look at you. This is your highest self, the eyes, the knowingness of your soul. Allow it to guide, comfort, teach, and center you on this great adventure. You can always connect with you in the quantum realm through spiritual practices, nature, and communicating via the heart. What did I say? The heart chakra, Cancer, heart. We are always in the 5D realm. It's just that we live here in the 3D as humans. But that is not all we are. Our soul connects us to the source of spirit. See the magic mushrooms that grow from your feet. They are for you as you are set off into the mystic unknown. The mushrooms symbolize the gifts and the breadcrumbs that spirit and our soul has given you. Will you take them? Will you allow them to help you to see? They will help you to awaken and recognize your spirit-given gifts and intuition. Pulling this card has an energy of soulful remembering behind it. To listen when your soul calls you. They call you to remember what this is really all about. Not to get too lost in the details of daily human life. To zoom out and to see the big picture. To rise above and come back home to your core. Do you remember, dear soul? Okay. So they have a manifestation enhancer too, and it says connect with your higher self and thank them for the reminder. Invite them to offer more signs. Tell them yet you deeply appreciate them. The energy of gratitude will put you into a state of receiving. This will help you to enhance the signs. When you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning, send a prayer. Ashe. I love these cards. I love them so much because they're just like perfect. They hit on right where you need it. And like, I love these cards so much. They're dope. They're dope. My babies. All right. Yeah. We doing soul work over here. I want to do another live. I'm probably going to go live back to back, which is probably weird, but maybe not for everybody. Maybe it's like, bitch, I don't care. Go live. Go live. Yes. I want to do like some love readings, some get free love readings. Y'all know, like when I do the love readings, I be going in now. Okay. I don't sugarcoat. I don't play about it. So I'm most likely going to come back and do a love reading. I have one specifically in mind. It's something that just kind of came up with naturally, just playing around with the cards, this particular deck. So I'm probably going to do that. Or should I keep this live going? No, I'm gonna make it separate. I'm gonna come right back, y'all. Just give me like a few minutes. Let me grab some water or something and come right back. But I appreciate you guys. Like this video if this blessed you. If this, you feel like it may resonate or bless someone that you know. I would greatly appreciate you guys showing love to the channel now, okay? Show some love, show some gratitude. They will come back to you tenfold in some sort of way. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys back in a few. Peace.